the BJP, the PDP had also criticized the alliance. Omar Abdullah slammed the ally Congress. Now, BJP also now in the latest mocking the alliance, alleging that it seems to have no mission or any vision in the alliance. Listen in.
गठबंधन में निकाह से पहले ही 3 तलाक शुरू हो चुका है और ये इसलिए हो रहा है क्योंकि ये दोनों पार्टी पीपीपी के प्रिंसिपल पर चलती है, पाकिस्तान परस्ती, पत्थरबाजी और परिवारवाद। और 370-35 से हटने के बाद आज जम्मू कश्मीर के अवाम के पास स्पेशल स्टेटस है। इन 3 परिवारों का स्पेशल स्टेटस खत्म हो चुका है और इसीलिए किसी को 2 सीट से लड़ना पड़ रहा है, कोई जम्मू में अपनी जमीन तलाश रहा है और इनके पैरों तले जमीन नहीं बची है और इसीलिए एक दूसरे पर आरोप प्रत्यारोप का दौर शुरू हो चुका है। इन दी अलायंस, कांग्रेस एनसी अलायंस, नो मिशन नो विजन, ओनली कंफ्यूजन, ओनली फैमिली का एम्बिशन एंड ओनली अपना करप्शन।
Let's go across to Mr. Udit Raj of the Congress party joining us. Mr. Udit Raj, often the parties like the PDP and the BJP have taken a dig at this alliance, but you have Omar Abdullah now openly criticizing the Congress party, and this is on the day of the polling.
It is his take, and of course, had there not been a different party, a different people of ideology, they would have been a Congress paper. So it's their observation, but however, Congress has wholeheartedly fought the election and supported also and will continue to do so. And whatever he has said, let him say. And it is his personal remark. I don't have to say about it,
okay,
what he says, but I disagree with that.
Okay, you disagree with it and you're saying it's his personal opinion, but he's the vice president of the National Conference, Mr. Udit Raj, and this is not the first time Omar Abdullah has criticized the Congress party ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. Also, he had criticized, after which the seat-sharing alliance talks also took place. The alliance has been sealed. Today, the voting is taking place. Omar Abdullah still criticizing the Congress and saying the party has not performed up to mark.
You see, maybe his assessment, but to our assessment, we are going to form the election. And then
okay, in fact, we have a reaction now coming in live. Let's cut across.
कोई भी उम्मीदवार हारने के लिए इलेक्शन नहीं लड़ता, तो हमारे एक्सपेक्टेशंस यही हैं कि आज ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा वोट जो हैं नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस के उम्मीदवारों को पड़ेंगे। जहां नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस के उम्मीदवार नहीं है, वहां कांग्रेस के साथ हमारे अलायंस के तहत कांग्रेस के उम्मीदवार को जो है वोट मिलने चाहिए और उम्मीद ये की जा रही है कि 8 अक्टूबर के बाद अक्सरियत हमारी होगी और नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस कांग्रेस की यहाँ पे अलायंस गवर्नमेंट जो है काम करेगी। यही हमारी उम्मीद है। ये डेलीगेशन के हवाले से समझ में नहीं आता। यही लोग जब जम्मू कश्मीर के बारे में कमेंट करते हैं तो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के तरफ से बयान आता है कि जम्मू कश्मीर जो है वो हमारा अंदरूनी मामला है, इस पर दूसरों की दखल नहीं होनी चाहिए। अगर दखल नहीं होनी चाहिए, अगर इनके कमेंट्स आपको नहीं चाहिए, तो इनको यहाँ लाया क्यों जा रहा है? और वैसे भी यहाँ लोग वोट अपना इस्तेमाल या इलेक्शन में हिस्सा इसलिए नहीं ले रहे हैं कि वो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया से बहुत खुश हैं। गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की तमाम कोशिशों के बावजूद लोग यहाँ इलेक्शन में हिस्सा ले रहे हैं, नहीं तो यहाँ लोगों को तंग करने में, सताने में, परेशान करने में पिछले 6-7 साल से हुकूमत ने कोई कसर बाकी नहीं रखी है। इसके बावजूद लोग अगर इस इलेक्शन में हिस्सा ले रहे हैं तो ये लोगों की, मैं कहता हूँ इसका श्रेय लोगों को जाना चाहिए, लेकिन गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया कोशिश कर रही है कि इसका सारा क्रेडिट गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया को मिले, जो कि यहाँ के लोगों के साथ धोखा है। और अगर बाहर के डिप्लोमेट्स को लाया जा सकता है तो मुझे ये बताएं ना, बाहर के जर्नलिस्ट को इजाज़त क्यों नहीं दी जा रही है? बाहर के किसी भी जर्नलिस्ट को जिन्होंने अप्लाई किया था इस इलेक्शन को कवर करने के लिए, उन्हें इजाज़त नहीं मिली, लेकिन एक गाइडेड टूर टूरिस्ट की तरह इन डिप्लोमेट्स को लाके यहाँ इलेक्शन दिखाए जा रहे हैं। ये अच्छी बात नहीं है।
सर थोड़ा ट्रेंड साउथ कश्मीर में काफी ज्यादा सुबह से ही वोटिंग देखने को मिली, लेकिन श्रीनगर थोड़ा स्लो है। आपको क्यों लग रहा है कि ऐसा हो रहा है?
तब हमारी वोट डालने की आदत नहीं रही है। हम श्रीनगर के लोगों को 35 साल अपना वोट इस्तेमाल करने की आदत नहीं रही। हमें थोड़ा सा सीखना पड़ेगा दोबारा, मतलब घर से निकल के पोलिंग बूथ में जाना। लेकिन मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि बाकी जो सराउंडिंग एरियाज हैं वहां के पोलिंग को देखने के बाद श्रीनगर के लोग भी निकलेंगे और अपने वोट का इस्तेमाल करेंगे, क्योंकि आखिरकार उनको भी अपने एमएलए पे जो है अपने एमएलए से काम मांगने का हक है, और वो हक जो है वोट से शुरू होता है। उन्हें अपने एमएलए को चुनने में जो है अपनी आवाज बुलंद करनी चाहिए और फिर अपने एमएलए से जो है काम मांगने चाहिए। और कुछ
national conference be able to take the lion's share in the second phase because it's all national conference election.
इंशाल्लाह।
Thank you.
So there you heard it, Omar Abdullah speaking about the elections. In fact, he also spoke about the presence of foreign diplomats, questioning why they are even there. Remember, a group of diplomats from 16 foreign missions, including the United States, European Union, Russia and Australia, are in Srinagar to observe the voting in the second phase of the Jammu and Kashmir Assembly elections. Omar Abdullah speaking about it and says, why are they here? Let's go back to Pradeep on that. Pradeep, the foreign delegates are here. The peaceful voting continues. The first phase has already seen a robust participation from the voters. Today is phase 2. Today as well, voters have come out in huge numbers and are participating. But Omar Abdullah asking why foreign diplomats are even here.
See, Omar Abdullah is trying to hit out at the government. He's trying to say that if you say Kashmir is an internal issue, why you're allowing the foreign diplomats to come out to this place, why you want to showcase this democracy and election process to them, where you are not even allowing the journalists to come out to this place and report. So that's what Omar Abdullah is saying. But he's not understanding that India is a vibrant democracy and India believes in accountability. This is not the first time when the foreign diplomats had come. Few days back, Omar Abdullah has forgotten that even the American diplomats had come and met Omar Abdullah. That time, he was not critical at all. He was welcoming them. So why all of a sudden today he's giving such a kind of a statement? And the second thing is that why India is getting them? Because India wants to show that all is well here in Jammu and Kashmir, how people of Jammu and Kashmir have rejected terrorism and separatism. Because we saw that few days back only here on Times Now, we broke a story how Pakistan was peddling lies using social media to convey a message that it was basically a military exercise and demographic engineering is being done where the people from outside are being brought to vote. So India is trying to show the whole communities, look here, how the people in Jammu and Kashmir, they have embraced democracy because they have seen enough of death, destruction and devastation that was unleashed from across the border because of Pak-sponsored terrorism. So they want democracy, they want development, they want tourism, they are saying goodbye to terrorism. And here, look at these long queues. That's what actually India is trying to show the world community so that these ambassadors go back home and try to the world that how things have really changed after application of Article 370. This is the
Okay, Pradeep, my apologies. We seem to be facing technical difficulties. We'll come back to you. In fact, Akanksha has been reporting since morning. She's been speaking to the voters as well. Akanksha, we've been saying the Festival of Democracy, and we're seeing this play out. Voters have come out. Peaceful voting is currently underway. Phase 1 also saw robust voting. The voters coming out to cast their vote. Today as well, peaceful voting being witnessed, but clearly that's making some uncomfortable. Omar Abdullah questioning the presence of foreign diplomats.
Well, absolutely. While speaking to media, Omar Abdullah has questioned the presence of diplomats in Kashmir. Remember, a group of diplomats are currently there, and the central government wants to basically showcase how peaceful the elections in Jammu Kashmir are and how easily it is taking place, how many people are turning out in huge number. Remember, in the phase 1 as well. And right now also we can witness serpentine lines all across Jammu and Kashmir, showcasing that people are eager to step out. People are confident in the democratic process. And that is why the central government has invited the group of diplomats and will be showcasing them the peaceful elections that are taking place in Jammu Kashmir today. And Omar Abdullah, while speaking to reporters, has raised concerns over this. He has questioned the presence of diplomats in Jammu and Kashmir during this phase 2 of the election.
Okay, all right. Akanksha, let's just play that out, what Omar Abdullah said. In fact, he was questioning the presence of the foreign diplomats. This is as they arrived from 16 foreign missions in the state, at the Union Territory, to look at the peaceful voting. And they are going to be visiting Budgam as well as Ganderbal districts, where the voting is currently underway. Akanksha, you've also been speaking to some of the voters as well. In fact, they also spoke about the kind of transformation that they have witnessed in the last few years and the kind of peaceful voting that's taking place in the region.
Well, absolutely, till now, and in fact, in the last phase of the election as well, there was absolutely no violence at all. Boycotting elections is a thing of the past for the people of Jammu and Kashmir. Remember, earlier people used to boycott the election. There used to be violence at the polling station as well. But in the first phase as well, we saw that there was absolutely no incident at all. Even today, it's been close to 3 hours since the polling has begun. But we've been witnessing peaceful polling in Jammu and Kashmir. But Omar Abdullah, in fact, is raising concern over this. In fact, before as well, he has said that time and again, the central government says that this is the internal matter of the country. And on the other hand, they are inviting the diplomats here. In fact, today as well, at a time when the diplomats are in Kashmir, overseeing all the preparedness, they're seeing that there is a peaceful election, Omar Abdullah is saying, and is raising concern over their presence there.
Okay, so the aim being to showcase the peaceful process of voting and, of course, the participation of people at a large scale, as we're witnessing on ground. So the foreign diplomats are also seeing that happen. In fact, Sohail also spoke to them. Listen in.
Your first impression, how this voting is important for the region like Jammu and Kashmir?
It's just great to see democracy in action and see Indians coming to the polls. It's nice to see an election in Kashmir again after so many years. So we're very excited to be here and to be able to witness.
So what are you going to do, in fact, on today, other than this polling station? Are you going to visit other polling stations?
Yes, we're visiting several. Yeah.
What kind of role diplomats are going to play when it comes to Jammu and Kashmir peace and normalcy?
So I don't know that there's a role for diplomats. I mean, obviously we're interested in India's process of ensuring that that peace and stability are the norm here in Jammu and Kashmir. And if all goes well, I understand that statehood is possible to be returned to this area.
Thanking our reporters for joining us with those inputs. We continue tracking the developments on that and getting you ground reports, speaking to the voters on the electoral process as the voting is underway. Quick break now. We'll be right back.